Oh my god, but you guys said hi. Welcome everyone. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome. Oh my gosh, we are in the new year and we're gonna get into it. I'm talking about passion projects, how to hustle, side hustle like a boss, like a bad bee. Okay. Oh my gosh, bitch squad, how much do I love you, bitch squad? Cheers. Oh my gosh. Okay, today, what do we have in the cheers department? This is Rise Mushroom Coffee. Loving it. Still loving it. Oh my gosh. I added a little cinnamon and dark chocolate to it. It's so good. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. Moment. Okay. Passion projects. All right. Who here is like spending potentially the majority of their time not doing something they're passionate about? Is that you? It's 100% been me, and I am so thankful to say that currently I spend the majority of the time. I'm gonna switch to a crystal. I don't want to hold a pencil. Who wants to play? We have our helper. Boop 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 boop. Okay, there we go. A little septarian. Yay. Okay. Little shamanistic support here. All right. So passion projects. How you can be passionate. We're gonna go over 5 key elements. I'm like all over right now. Like, can I just take a fucking moment? Oh my god. I am passionate about your passion project. I am interested in people living a life that they enjoy. It's one of my missions. One of the reasons why I'm here is how can I support other people loving life? Because what the fuck else is there really? How to side hustle like a bad bee, like a boss. Okay. First, we're gonna go over point number 1. Okay. Imagine a PowerPoint presentation, if you will. Point number 1: don't quit your day job. All right. Now, I know there might be so many people out there that are other practitioners and life coaches and blah, 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 okay, that might be like, oh my God, girl, get out of corporate and just like follow your dreams. And yes, at some point, okay, let's cheers to that. Let's cheers to at some point. Let's also cheers to like a moment of reality, okay? Cheers. Yeah, so good. All right. Don't quit your day job. And here's why. Let me go here first. Chances are your day job is financing your life. That's a good thing. We need finances in this particular 3D experience that we have on planet Earth as these human little meat chunks. Money gets us the stuff, okay? We haven't quite made our way, and who knows if we even will, make our way to the barter system as sustainability is a sustainable option for the majority of people on the planet, okay? That might work for some of you that are watching, and that's fucking amazing, yes. But for those of you that have a fucking job that finances your life, don't quit. My invitation to you is not to quit because you're not happy before you have the next kind of 4 pieces that we're going to go over in place, okay? So, financing your life, that's good. Okay, that's good. And we want to focus on that particular piece, even if that's like the only piece you can kind of grab onto, that's kind of, you know, that maybe sucks less than a lot of other aspects that you might be focused on in your job that you don't like, okay? So if that's you, let's just take a moment and say, oh my gosh, job that I don't really like that much, that I'm not really passionate about, thank you so much for financing my life. That is something I can really appreciate. Thank you. Okay? Now, I'm not suggesting that you get adequate energy exchange, like, you know, your what you receive is equal to what you give. I'm not suggesting that, but I am suggesting, can you please have a moment, even if it's for 3 seconds, of appreciation for the fact that the job that you have currently, even if it's not your passion project, provides financial support for you in your life. Yes, let's fucking cheers to that, okay? All right, the other reason why I say do not quit your day job yet, okay, is oftentimes, and I've worked with so many clients in kind of like the business coaching realm through this, so often we, myself included at a period of time, have this idea that what's over there is better, okay? Now, I'm not suggesting that it's not. However, I want it to be better for the long haul, sustainably. And when you go over there because you think that's better than here, that's what we call moving away from something. And we want you to move towards something. We, me, myself, and whoever else is here today, thank you guys, hello. We want you to move towards something, because the moving towards something is the thing that's going to support sustainability in your passion project. All right, so how do you move towards something and not away from something? Well, you got to stay where you are in this current space with the job that you might not be passionate about, and see if you can come up with at least 3 things that don't totally suck. Ideally, we're reaching for 3 things or more that you can like genuinely appreciate the shit out of. Money, coworkers, scenery, window, pencil, desk, whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be like, I make a huge impact on other people's lives. It could literally be like, you know what? Like the office manager provides these pencils that I really like. I mean, it can really be just as simple as that. But you want to be able to list it, write it, speak it. These are the things I appreciate about where I am right now. Money exchange is a really, really good one. This job supports my lifestyle or whatever, or at least puts food on the fucking table, pays this bill, right? Something like that with where you are right now. You want to identify what you appreciate right now so that at least it starts to, maybe it doesn't quite tip the scale of this is what sucks about where I am right now in my job, and this is what, doesn't, right? It's like maybe the suckery outweighs the shit that doesn't. We want it, ideally we would be able to shift what outweighs the shit that sucks with that list of appreciation, even if it's just like office pencils and whatever the fuck else. Like, again, think simple. All right. We want that to be able to tip the scale, or at least fucking equalize this stuff, okay? Like, can I get on an even playing field with, this 50% sucks, 50% doesn't? And these are the things that I'm going to list and review every single day about where I am right now, so that when I move forward with my passion project, I'm actually moving forward towards the passion project and not running away from what I've determined, this job that I don't like, wherever I'm at that I don't like, because I'm feeling that this is going to save the day. It's not going to save the fucking day. You're just going to repeat the same fucking shit over and over. At some point, your passion project is going to go down the fucking tubes, and you're going to start to relive this pattern of, I'm not happy where I'm at. And so it would really, really behoove you to fucking reorganize that shit, reframe it, so you can find happiness where you are right now, clean that stuff up, and then you can clear the path to move towards something instead of running away, thinking that over here is better and gonna save the day from where you are right now. Okay? Key fucking ingredient. Do not quit your day job. Not yet. All right? Yes! All right, point number 2. Prep before you step. All right, so before you step on that path towards something, we want you to get prepared. Meaning, if the job that you have currently right now that's not your fucking passion project is paying for XYZ, and if you quit now, you are no longer able to pay for XYZ, I want you to really kind of bring some self-psychology and analysis to that particular scenario. Okay? If where you are right now pays for these things, How are those things going to get covered on your journey to your passion project? Okay, so you want to be prepared. Get creative. Figure it out before you fucking, that's the prep before you step. Okay, for real, you want to have some preparations in place. I promise you, this is going to bolster you into success for when you launch your passion project, whatever that might be. But if you're leaning into wishful thinking, like I'm following my heart and everything's gonna fall into place, that's a slippery fucking slope. And here's why. God, the universe, all of that, we like to think of it, we like to think of it as a neutral medium. It's just following your lead. And wishful thinking isn't a sustainable enough lead to offer the foundation that's required to launch your passion project in a way that's going to bring like long-term success. It's just not, okay? Because what's going to happen is you're in your passion project, let's say you launch it, and there's going to be a lot of dicey moments potentially of you just like leaning into wishful thinking of like, you know, I'll just make the sale, or the money will come, or blah, 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 blah. And sure, that's all possible, but we want to go beyond what's possible and bring possibility into a higher level of certainty through preparation. Now, of course, I can't guarantee anything, nor can you, but you can do things to help prepare for that sustainable success in your passion project. So prep before you step on the path towards your passion project, okay? And one of the ways that you can do that is real talk with yourself. If I quit my job that I currently have right now that I'm not passionate about, how am I going to pay for X, Y, Z? Figure it out. And don't fucking quit until you have that figured out. And if you don't have it figured out, don't quit. Simple as that. Then go to just to step one. Thank you, job that I'm currently not passionate about at the moment. Thank you so much for paying my bills. I can appreciate that. And just repeat that over and over as much as you can. And then all of a sudden, more and more possibilities are going to open up for you that are actually already there. You just kind of peel back the blinders so you can see them. And then you can reassess to prep before you step, right? And then you can actually prepare and not just lean into wishful thinking. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, who knows you? Now, this is a big one. And I have witnessed this with so many colleagues, and myself even a while back, and clients, where it's like, okay, I have this idea, I have this project, it's all fucking ready to go, blah, 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 blah. It's launch day. You launch. Who knows you? Who cares? Who is caring? Who is excited? Who even knows that you're launching? Who knows that you're launching? Like your followers on Instagram or whatever? Like, okay, no, that's not enough. So part of the process of sustained success prior to launch is get yourself out there, especially if your passion project involves any type of like monetary exchange for something that you are providing, okay? Get out there, get creative, go out in the world, meet people, sign up for networking groups, whatever, meetups, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's so many different like ways to get out there. You can ask in your current situation, your current kind of community, hey, who has a podcast? And even if it's a small podcast, practice getting interviewed. Create a media one sheet. And if you don't know what a media one sheet is, Google it. Google like, hey, Google, what's a media one sheet for podcasts? How do I get my ass out there? And you can practice with a buddy. Like maybe you both have an Instagram, do some Instagram lives. Even if you have like a following of 200 or less, whatever. Just like start to flex the muscle of getting out there, saying hi, taking center stage, and just start practicing. And you're going to be able to start to reach a broader audience by doing this stuff. Even if it's, you know, little by little by little, that's perfect. That's perfect, okay? So, you know, this number 3 here, part 3 is who knows you? You want people to know who you are, and then beyond that, to give a shit about what you got going on before they're ever gonna give a shit about what you got to sell or whatever your passion project is. I am successful because people are invested in who I am as like a personality, as a person. I am aggressively friendly. And that's another unpack of why that is. I wasn't always that way, but I will give this little nugget. This is a precious life. And we have precious little time, and I don't want to waste it. So I get out there. There's some moments where I'm out there more than others, right? But I want people to know who I am, and I want to know who people are. I want to have that community. I want to have that co-creation. So when I launch stuff or announce stuff or create stuff that I am passionate about, this is passion, heart-driven, that people are going to give a shit about it, not only because I give a shit about it, but because they know me. They're invested, at least in an aspect of what I got going on and what I share. Just like this fucking channel, right? I'm invested in you, you're invested in me, you know, maybe not all of the time, because that's like, whatever, that's kind of ridiculous. You know, of course you're not gonna be invested in another person all of the time, but there's something about me that piques your interest, and there's something about you that piques my interest. So ask yourself, if you have a passion project and you wanna create this side hustle like a bad bee in order for that side hustle to become your main hustle, who knows you? Broaden your audience. All right, so homework is, and I'll write this in the description, figure out a media one sheet. How do I get on podcasts? Who do I know that has podcasts? Who can practice interviewing me on Instagram Lives? So a lot, you know, something like that. All right, something along those lines. Put yourself out there. Get uncomfortable. Take center stage. Just fucking do it. All right. I am so proud of you for doing that, and I know that's uncomfortable for so many of us. It was uncomfortable for me for a long time, and now I love public speaking. I absolutely love it. And one of the reasons why I love it is because I no longer give a shit if I fumble my words or if I say something incorrect or whatever. It's just not a concern for me anymore. Just there it is. But it took practice. How I got to that place is it took a lot of practice. I spent a lot of times fumbling, and I still do. And I went through all different types of like ups and downs of being embarrassed and oh my god, right? Like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that, or I got that wrong. Ah! And now, like, I spent a lot of time doing that, and I'm like, oh, well, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, well, not a lot. And even if something did happen, it's like, okay, and next, right? That happened. Okay, I learned. Here we go. Next. All right? So get yourself out there. Who knows you? Get people to know you, and you get to know them. Yeah? Okay, good, 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 good. People want to be invested in who you are in order to be invested in what you got cooking for your passion project. All right, number 4 is fucking cheers, right? Let's be real. Yes. You know it's good when you point at it. All right. Sharing is caring. This kind of ties in with number 3. So once people know who you are and all of that, you want to start planting seeds about your stuff before you launch. All right? It doesn't have to be like a full-on spell it out for people, or it could. It could be like a straight up save the date, blah, blah, blah. I'm launching my passion project. Or it could just be little fucking seeds that you plant in your marketing, your social media, your email list, your friends, your homies, your community, whatever, to get them ready. Like, oh, this makes sense. I'm connecting the dots. So when they're witnessing you launch, things are connecting. Nothing's kind of just like out of the blue. You've already kind of prepared their system to be on board with what you got going on. All right. So sharing is caring. I've known so many people that don't share their shit, and launch day, it's like crickets, and they wonder why. All right. So sharing is caring. And not only does it show that you care about other people by letting them know what you got going on because you're passionate about it. All right. And if you're passionate about something, it's going to benefit others, but also it's going to let other people know that you're passionate about what you got going on, and that's going to benefit you. All right. So there's this passion exchange. Yeah. All All right, so sharing is caring. Number 5, and there's so many more, but like we're just gonna like leave it at 5 today, okay? Number 5, get your cheerleaders. All right, so you've done the other 4 steps. People know you, you know them, you've planted the seeds, they're interested in your passion project. Then you're gonna get your fucking homies, and this is organic marketing. You're gonna get your homies, you're gonna set a launch date, if that's your jam, or whatever, however you want to structure that. But however you want to structure it, you're going to get a handful of people to share what you got cooking on their whatever social media, with their friends, with their family, with their email list, whatever. They're going to interview on Instagram, they're going to interview on their podcast. You're going to really designate people to be your cheerleaders, and you're going to build a relationship with these people where you have that exchange, where you're not necessarily having to pay for that shit, where it's just like, I got you, you got me, let's do this. That's cheerleading. And I don't give a shit if you're in the same line of fucking business with your passion projects. How many yoga teachers and healing arts practitioners do you think that I know? Roughly 1 million. I mean, okay. Yeah. And guess what? I celebrate the shit out of all of them, and they celebrate the shit out of me. Why? Because it doesn't matter if we're doing the exact same thing. We are not the exact same people. So our audience might be the same, might be different, but they're going to get something different because the information and the teaching and the passion is being extruded through our own personal sacred geometric shape, which means it's going to just hit different each and every time, teacher to teacher, practitioner to practitioner, even if it's the same fucking shit. Let's say you want to start like a merch business or a t-shirt business, and you're literally just, you're doing the same shit as homie next door launching your t-shirts or whatever. It's irrelevant because it's your passion, your project, and the geometric code is different, which means, essentially what that means is the foundational vibrational frequency of what you are creating is uniquely yours. Even if it appears on the 3D level to be identical, it is not. That's when we want to go deeper into kind of like the quantum field, the quantum mechanics of our whole fucking existence here. All right? So golden era 3 commandments: no comparing, no competing, and no complaining. And this is a big fucking point of contention when I invite people to find their cheerleaders and they shy away because all their homies are doing similar shit that they're doing. And it's like, who cares? There's no space, time, place for complaining, competing, and comparing. Just share your homie stuff and they share your stuff, okay? We don't got time for that. All right, so find your cheerleaders, and if someone says no, they're not your fucking homie. All right, they haven't reviewed step 1 through 4. Okay, they have their own stuff going on. All right, so it would behoove you just to move on, right? All right, so find your cheerleaders. Okay, B Squad, I am really excited about you all identifying your passion projects. Maybe you already have identified them. Then prepare for your passion projects. Comment below, what are you passionate about? How can I help? Maybe there's a question like, how the fuck do I even launch this shit? Okay, let me know. I might not have all the answers, but I do have some. Okay, I do what I do because I fucking love it. I work with people because I'm passionate about it. Side note, extra added benefit, other people get something out of it too. But I don't do it necessarily first and foremost to be of service to other people. I have to be of service to myself first. And by default, because I'm following my heart overhead and guiding the way through my passion, I organically then impact other people in a very beneficial way. And it doesn't necessarily mean that like everybody likes me, because sure as shit they don't, okay, right? Like if everyone likes you, you're not doing something right. You're not being bold enough. You're not being honest enough, all right? Because there's the law of thirds. 1/3 of people, and this is really important too, this is like an added little step here. 1/3 of people are going to be very, very into you. 1/3 are going to be meh, and another third are going to be actively really not into you. And you see this a lot in like on YouTube channels. It's like a gorgeous way to like really see in real time that law of thirds coming through. Just look at the fucking comments. Hate is gonna hate, love is gonna love. Meh, well, you're not gonna really see those because they're meh, right? They might give a thumbs up or something, right? All right, so review this, watch this a few times, take fucking notes. This is gold. This is solid gold. Next, I think we might get into like some of the more techie behind the scenes stuff if you're really wanting to launch a passion project. But this, what I got cooking here, I'm telling you, these are missed steps by so many people, because this isn't just about starting a career, starting a business. This is about you spending your life in a passionate energy exchange that benefits you, benefits others, and cheers! Can I get this fucking shit together finally? All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Bitch Squad, you know how much I love you. All right, Satnam, blessed be. Fuck yeah.